Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense. And today's video is a long time coming. Almost a year. We're closing in on a year of time to get these trophies. But today it is time for my Platinum Journey, episode number 2, trophies 51 to 100. Now I do want to quickly give you guys an update. I did go back eventually and get Minecraft completely 100%ed. So Minecraft PS4 edition / Bedrock, whatever you want to call it, is officially 100%ed. I did also get the set 2 100%ed, but then they updated it with more trophies. I'm not going to just put that one on the list. I'll mention it every time I get it back to 100% probably. But it's not at 100% as of right now. And it probably will, again, lose the 100% later in the future because of new trophies being added. That is literally the only game on this list from my original 50 that has been changed from not 100% to 100%. We also have 4 more games to talk about for the non-platinum 100% for PS4, that being Wheel of Fortune, which I finished December 11th, 2022. Took me 2 years and 6 months. I have a lot of those types of games, so I just wanted to get through them all as quick as I could. Then we have Guns Up, which I finished December 13th, 2022. Took me 6 years and 11 months. This is a game that was free way back when I first had my PlayStation 4 and was shutting down this year. I believe it shut down in February or March of this year. So I kind of just went through it with a couple friends and just blasted through getting the last few trophies that I needed. I was not that far off on it, so it only took me a couple of days to finish it up. Very cool to have it done. A lot of my 100% and a lot of my platinums are, I do try to go for games that are shutting down if I have them on my list already, or if I have a chance to go for them and they're pretty easy. You'll see that when we go through the rest of the list. Also, Jeopardy, December 21st, 2022. Took me 2 years and 7 months. Again, one of those game show type games that I kind of get for like me and Jesse to play and then just kind of blast through, and took my time to finish it up and get out of the way. And finally, Trivial Pursuit Live, which I finished January 9th, 2023, and it took me 4 years and 6 months. Another one of these types of game show type games that Jesse and I love playing together, and just kind of wanted to get it out of my way. On top of that, Xbox, I flip through all my fucking pages and find where my page is at for it. I don't think I've gotten anything else on Xbox recently. I have not. Unfortunately, I have not gotten anything else on my Xbox in the time since my 50 Platinums video. Mostly just because I've been playing a lot of PlayStation. I got the PS5 and that kind of took a lot of my time. I've been recording, work, all this other stuff. So my Xbox has kind of fallen by the wayside. I do plan to start working on my Xbox a little bit more and trying to get a few more games 100%ed. I have a couple ideas of what I want to go for. I talked about this in the first 50 Platinum video. So hopefully we will in fact be able to get to that point where we get to get more on that list. All right, let's start with number 51. We have Onrush. This was a free racing game a couple of years ago for PS Plus. It's a very interesting game. I really loved it. I finished this October 18th, 2022. It took me 3 years and 10 months. So yeah, it took me 5 days from completing Need for Speed Heat, which was my 50th Platinum, to getting my 51st. This was one where I kind of kept, I would download it, play it for a bit and stop, and download it, play it for a bit and stop, and somebody sent out a mass message. This was one of the games that was being shut down through, because their servers were being shut down. It was that server hosting site thing that was shutting down a bunch of games within the last couple of months. Disc Jam was one of the games that also did. That was in the first 50. It was one of the non-platinum games that I 100%ed. This game took me 3 years and 10 months, but that person messaged, and eventually I just used it as my opportunity and went through it, got everything I needed to do, and eventually got the platinum. I wasn't very far off. I really only had a couple small things to do in this game, but it was very fun to get done. Next, Tribes of Midgard. Finished October 28th, 2022. It took me 4 months and 1 week. This game was released with PS Plus 4 months before I got the platinum, so in June of 2022. The only reason it took so long was because there was a mode that got added in later. Like their survival mode got updated, their easier mode, whatever, got updated, and it made it a lot easier to get one of the specific trophies. And a lot of the trophies for this game do just require you to play the game over and over and over again. Eventually, my buddy and I did eventually get this platinum together, which is really cool, by getting the rest of the stuff done. Next, number 53, we have Oh Sir, the Hollywood Roast. Finished this November 1st, 2022. Took me 3 years and 5 months. I love the Oh Sir, the Insult Simulator series. I love the games. I'm working on the first one's platinum. I'm one trophy away. If you guys have platinumed that or you know the games, you know the trophy I mean. And I had a blast doing this one. I do love these games. My camera's a little off center. I gotta get a new stand for this. This thing's all fucking cocky wampus. It's terrible. I think that's better. But I did eventually get Oh Sir, the Hollywood Roast finished up. It was really fun to do. Love the game. It's fantastic. It's hilarious. It's very stupid. Really, the hardest part about getting this platinum was just doing the online stuff. But I found somebody who was willing to boost it with me. Boosted it with that person, got them all done in like a couple hours, and moved on from this game for good. Now I'm stuck on the first one still. Next, number 54, we have Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is on the PS4. November 10th, 2022. It took me 4 months and 3 weeks. You guys watched me get this platinum. I got this on the channel. It was a series I did on the channel. I very much enjoyed it. I very much do plan on going back and doing it again on the PS5, as well as Marvel Spider-Man Remastered on the PS5 before Spider-Man 2 comes out. I might even stream those games as I do them, as I get the platinums, just for fun, because why not? I'm looking for more stuff to stream at all times, so it'd be very fun. My first series on PS5, like I said, is going to be Marvel Spider-Man 2, so look forward to that in October. But yeah, very fun. Loved the game. Wish there was a little bit more to it. Wish they would have maybe thrown in some DLC or something. But I did play this through PS Plus Premium. It was one of the games that you can download, so I went through and just played it as I did, and eventually really found myself enjoying the game. Loved it. Thought it was very different from the first game, which is always nice. And yeah, can't wait for the second one. Third one, technically, in the series. Next, number 55, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. Finished this November 13th, 2022. 2 years and 3 months. I'm very much recently, obviously, if you guys remember from the first one, I finished Call of Duty World War 2. Back in the first 50 platinums. Is that the only Call of Duty I did in that platinum set? Yes. So I want to get a couple more CODs out of the way. I'm slowly working through Black Ops 3 as well as Black Ops Cold War. And I have a couple more Call of Duties that we mentioned on this video. So I'll talk about those when I get to them. But yeah, this was just one that my buddy kind of was like, hey, you should do this. And I went through it. I streamed getting this platinum. There wasn't a whole lot to do for me in this platinum. And yeah, had a fucking blast doing it. I always love Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 3. They're three of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. So getting to play through any of them again was always going to be fun for me. And next, number 56, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I did this November 14th, 2022. It took me 3 years and 8 months. Again, done on stream with you guys watching me get the last of the trophies. For the most part, there was a couple things that I had to save scum. So obviously those weren't really shown on the Platinum video or the Platinum stream. But I did eventually get these and very happy that I did. They were very tough to do, but they were very, very fun at the same time. Next, number 57. This is the first in this set of 50 that is going to be a non-100% just because I don't own the DLC for the game. And that is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I finished this November 17th, 2022, and it took me 7 years and 10 months. Again, like I said, there's going to be a lot of Call of Duty on this. I own a lot of the games. I've played the games for a long time. So I've been kind of just, as I can, going back and forth and doing bits and pieces of each of the Call of Duties just to try to finish them off. And hopefully get the Platinums and 100% if possible. Obviously, Advanced Warfare, I don't own the DLC. I don't know if I'm going to buy the DLC and go back and 100% this. I haven't fully decided yet. Call of Duty is very problematic with DLC sales. It's not really ever that they go on sale. And when they do, it's still not very cheap. A lot of the time, the game goes on sale like the best edition of the game goes on sale, and that's all you get the sale for. The season pass doesn't regularly go on sale. The DLCs don't regularly go on sale. In the case of Black Ops 4, you can only buy it through the Blackout Pass. You can't actually buy the DLCs individually for some stupid reason. So it's a very big situation of, I don't know if I'll ever go back and get the 100% on this, but I do enjoy having the platinum. Next, number 58, we have We Happy Few. I finished this November 22nd, 2022. Took me 4 years and 3 months. This was a game I played way back when it first released on console. I played it on my channel. I played through the entire game. I played through all the DLCs and ended the series at a fairly high note. I actually really enjoyed where I ended the series at. I thought the game was fantastic. It was a very, very fun game to play through. Getting the platinum, however, was a pain in the ass. There's a lot that you have to do for this game for the platinum that are kind of very niche things and very stupid and annoying things. You have to play through the entire game again, basically, for certain specific things if you missed them during your first playthrough, and I missed a lot of the miscellaneous stuff through my first playthrough, unfortunately. So I did eventually go through and do all of this. A lot of it is collectible based, and the collectibles are very random in We Happy Few if you've never played it. It can be a bit of a slog, so, but yeah, eventually did get it. 100% all of the trophies from the DLCs and the base game. Very fun game. I highly recommend it. Don't know if I recommend going for the platinum. Next, number 59, we have Paladins. I finished this November 26, 2022. It took me 3 months and 2 weeks. Paladins is a Overwatch style game made by the same people who made Rogue Company. I believe that was in my last 50. Yeah, number 39. They make the same style of game. It's kind of like an Overwatch clone. It's not terrible. It's not great either. I'm not a huge fan of Overwatch as it is. I own Overwatch 2, but I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Again, did this with my buddy. Was really cool to get to go through it and everything like that and finish it up with him. He's the one who talked me into getting this game, and this is why he talked me into getting Overwatch 2 as well, annoyingly. But yeah, played through it. Had a pretty fun time. Would not recommend it. It's kind of a weird game, and it's not very enjoyable to play through for the most part. Next, number 60, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished this November 28th, 2022. Took me 8 months and 4 weeks. I jumped into this game, played it for a few minutes, got a trophy, stopped playing it, didn't touch it again for 8 months. The 8 months and 4 weeks it took me was only because I stopped playing it for about 7 months. It maybe took me a month or two to finish this game out. I literally just stopped playing it when I first started playing it. I think if you go to my list, you'll see when my first trophy was, and then there's nothing around that same trophy date. Everything else is way later. But yeah, very fun game. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn. I do plan on playing through Horizon Forbidden West very soon. Obviously, if you guys didn't hear my announcement when I first got my PS5, my plan was for my very first PS5 Platinum to be on my my very first PS5 Platinum to be my 100th Platinum, which it was. So I wasn't really trying to play too many things on my PS5 at the same time. Rather than, I kind of want to just focus on one game on the PS5 for the time being, finish that one out completely, and then move on to other things in the future. Yes, very, very fun game. Love it. Number 61, we have Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I finished this December 8th, 2022. It took me 1 week and 1 day. If you guys know how difficult this game is to platinum, you have to reach a very specific rank and unlock everything on the multiplayer. And it takes a while to do that. It takes a long fucking while. But eventually I did do it, and that's why that's why it took me a week and a day, is because I had to grind out that stuff. The story stuff was pretty easy. Got through all that relatively simply and quickly and didn't have much of an issue. But the multiplayer stuff was the big grind, but I had a nice group to do it with. We had enough people to do all the modes. We had enough people to basically grind everything the best way, and eventually it was just grinding XP with my buddy or solo, just trying to get everything done. Very fun game. Number 62, we have 7 Days to Die. I got this one December 12th, 2022. It took me 5 years and 1 month. I love 7 Days to Die. It is one of my favorite survival games. However, on PS4, it sucks ass. On Xbox, it sucks ass. It's only good on PC. So hopefully with the new potential release of the game coming out, hopefully within the next couple of years, within the next year or so, hopefully, it does get its justice on PS4. PS4 or PS5/Xbox Series X and S, as I'm assuming it's not going to come back to this generation of consoles. But yeah, if you guys don't know, the multiplayer for this got shut down earlier this year, so I got my buddy on, said, hey, pick up 7 Days to Die. The Platinum's going to be unobtainable very soon. If you want to get it, you can get it, and we can go through, you can help me with the co-op stuff, the stuff that needs to be done online, which was basically just killing other players. Had him jump on, went through, killed each other a bunch, got all of that done. Kind of wish I would have gone and gotten Jesse this Platinum as well, as that would have been really fun for me. Just gotten him like a subscription to PS Plus for a bit, and then just went in and boom, got all the kills done really quick and everything else that needed to be done. I did stream bits and pieces of this one until I got to the point where the last thing I had to do was travel a certain distance, and that was basically just done by holding my thumbstick to a side and letting it go for a bit. Literally the day I got the Platinum, I was like just grinding that out, just moving in circles. I was like, I need a break. I'm going to go take a shower, let go of the button. The minute I let go of the button, I hit the threshold for the distance and got the trophy and got the Platinum out of the way. It's very fun. Next, number 63, we have Doom 2016. Finished this one December 15th, 2022. Took me 2 years and 8 months. I stopped playing this game when I first got it, and just kind of never went back. And eventually when I did go back, I was very happy that I did. I had a blast playing through this. The online was a bit of a slog sometimes, but eventually got through all of that as well. My biggest gripe with this was I screwed up and didn't get a specific rune or weapon upgrade or something at a specific time, and for some reason going back through the game and getting all of those doesn't count properly if it doesn't. Basically, there's a glitch where they can not count towards the total, and I had that happen to me. Didn't realize it until much later in my playthrough, and had to go back through the entire game and do every single one of those again until I had them all done. Basically ended up going through the game for like a rune and a weapon upgrade, and like a weapon upgrade I think was all I had to do, and maybe one of the runes. I think the runes didn't count properly when I went back through and did chapter select to get them, so ended up going through and doing all of that again just to get this Platinum, which was a nightmare for me. It's not the only game that glitched out though, I'll say that right now. So yeah, was a very big pain in my ass. Next, number 64, we have Injustice 2. I finished this one December 20th, 2022. It took me 5 years and 7 months. I played this back on the channel when it originally released, and had a blast playing through it. Loved the game. I absolutely love the Injustice games. I loved DC. And so playing through this was really fun. This is actually how I met my friend. I'm pretty sure this is how I met my friend. Was through an Injustice boosting group, my friend from Australia. And you can see how long it took me to get this one, considering I did Tribes of Midgard, Paladins, Tomb Raider, 7 Days to Die, and Doom all with him, and finished all 5 of those before I was able to finish Injustice 2 completely, which is just wild to me. Very fun game. Highly recommend it if you're not very good at fighting games. This one's not a super difficult Platinum. There's some things that can kind of suck about it, but for the most part, it's not terrible. Next, we have Zombie Army 4 Dead War. I finished this one December 22nd, 2022. This one took me a year and 8 months, and this is the second non-complete Platinum on our list. This is not 100%ed. I'm not paying $50 for another DLC pack. I don't want to. If it goes on sale for a really cheap amount, I might get it. If it releases free like the first couple DLC packs did, I might get it. But until then, I have no plans to go back and finish Zombie Army 4 Dead War. It's not particularly great. I like the Sniper Elite games a lot more, and even I don't have Sniper Elite 4 finished just because I haven't had the desire to finish it. I do have Zombie Army Trilogy. I can finish this at some point with my buddy. My buddy did, convince me to get Zombie Army Trilogy, so I'm going to do that with him at some point. Not my friend from Australia, a different friend. My buddy from Vermont recommended Zombie Army Trilogy. He's the one who helped me through all of Zombie Army 4, basically. And I helped him with it as well. I ended up helping him get the Platinum as well, which was really cool. I did do some of the DLC missions that I have free from the first 2 DLC packs, but I just don't want to spend more money on this game. And next, number 66, we have A Way Out. Finished this one December 24th, 2022, 4 years and 8 months. Finished this one with Jesse. This is actually Jesse's very first platinum trophy he's ever gotten, was a way out with me. It was very fun to do it. Had I been trophy hunting when I did this series originally, I probably would have gone for a 100% playthrough on the channel. But at the time, I really wasn't focusing on platinums. It wasn't a thing I did. But when I started doing it, I kind of went back to a lot of my backlog games, a lot of the things that I've already gotten trophies on and wanted to get finished up, and this was one of them. Had a blast through it. Jesse and I enjoyed playing through it again. It was fantastic. We made sure that any trophies I got with Dalton, because Dalton did help me out with this game a little bit back a couple years ago. Any trophies I got with him, I went back through and made sure that Jesse also got them, just so that way he could also say he got a platinum. I really do want to get more platinums for Jesse at some point. I want to help him out getting more, and also, kind of say, hey, dude, just go trophy hunt. It's very fun. But this one was really fun to get. Number 67, we have Need for Speed Rivals. I got this December 26, 2022. It took me 3 days and 13 hours. I love Need for Speed games. I love racing games. So the fact that this only took me a weekend isn't very shocking to me. I basically started this the minute I finished A Way Out, or was starting it right around the time I was finishing A Way Out. Maybe even before that. But yeah, blasted through it. Had just kind of a weekend off and, did it. This was right after I started my new job. October, November was right after starting my new job. So you can probably see that, there was a lot of time where I wasn't really focusing on it. And around Christmas, I kind of just started blasting through shit. Now my job's a little bit more busy, so don't have nearly as much time to finish games, but I still have enjoyed playing everything I've played. Need for Speed Rivals was really fun. Not my favorite that I've played, but, I kind of expected that. It's a newer Need for Speed game. Next, number 68, we have Just Cause 3, which I finished December 27th, 2022. It took me 5 years and 4 months. Fuck this game. That's all I can say about it. This platinum sucked. It's probably my least favorite one on this list to have gotten, and that's saying something considering some of the shit I'll talk about later. But yeah, really, really wish this wasn't as difficult as it was to get, because I really do love the Just Cause series, and this one just soured my taste on this game so much. And I've said that multiple times. I've gone for this trophy. I was only like a trophy away from the platinum for a very long time. Had tried for it, streamed it, tried for it, could not get it, was getting tired of it. Eventually did get it. Just took a lot of patience, testing, and just basically wanting to murder myself. Next, we have number 69, nice, which is MLB The Show 2021, which was finished January 7th, 2023. Took a year and 8 months. This was finished by Jesse. He does all of the baseball platinums that are on my list. And yeah, he got through it pretty quick, and I'm very happy he did. Also, haha, funny number. Next, number 70, we have Ether 1. I finished this one January 16th, 2023. Took me 7 years and 8 months. This was a game I got for free way back when on PS4 when I first started, when I first got my PS4. Evidenced by the 7-year long length of time to get it. Just kind of was a game that I saw on my list and said, fuck it, why not? Let's try it. And I went back, played it, had a very fun time. Very, very easy platinum, very fun to do, very cool, interesting little mystery sort of puzzle solving game. Next, at number 71, we have EA Sports UFC 2. I finished this one January 23rd, 2023. Took me 6 years and 6 months. This is one that I kind of just did for shits and gigs. I saw that the game was being delisted soon, or was had the server shutting down soon. So I picked up a copy for like $10 from eBay and found a boosting group, boosted it, and got through the entire thing in a couple of weeks. Had a fun time playing it though. UFC games have been something I've played a lot throughout my childhood, and as I've gotten older, I've kind of just drifted away from. But when I saw that it was shutting down, when I was going through my backlog through my list of old games to potentially trophy hunt, I said, fuck it, why not? Next, we have the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. This was finished January 31st, 2023. It took me 9 months and 5 days. Yes, I know, I cheated the platinum, blah, 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 who cares? My PS4 is already old enough as it is. I'm not going to rely on a cloud save to be there in 10 years to do that trophy. I had no desire to do that. A lot of people have this platinum already done. A lot of people have cheated this, and a lot of people have no issue with it. There's some people who want to get this legit, and I'll say this. I commend you if you want to get this trophy legitimately. I just personally don't. That's all I'm saying. Next, we've Destroy All Humans. This is the remake. I got this February 5th, 2023. It took me 1 year and 9 months. I was only a couple trophies off on this one. It just was a matter of getting it done, and it was a pain in the ass. I did eventually get 3 stars on all of the challenges, though, which was the hardest part of that. That was all I had to do, and it took me a bit to get it done, but I did. Next, number 74, we have Batman Return to Arkham Asylum. This was finished February 7th, 2023. Took me 5 years and 4 months. My buddy said, hey, do this. My buddy from Australia just basically told me to do it, and in like 10, 15 minutes, I had it finished and moved on. It was very fun to finally get a platinum for the Arkham series. And yeah, had a blast. Next, number 75, we have Concrete Genie. Finished this one February 8th, 2023. It took me 1 year and 1 month. This is kind of in the same vein as Horizon Zero Dawn, where I played it for a bit, got a couple trophies, and then stopped playing it for a while, and then eventually came back to do it. A lot of my trophies here on this list were, I have this game on my list already, I want to go back and finish it and get it out of the way. So a lot of these dates, some of these are going to be kind of old. Near the end, I did start putting some newer games on here, though. So, yeah. Concrete Genie is a fantastic game. I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite platinums on this list. Was just very, very enjoyable game. Beautiful art style, beautiful story. Mwah, fantastic. Next, at number 76, we have Hunting Simulator. This one was finished February 17th, 2023. Took me 4 years and 2 months. Another game that was just kind of on the list, and I wanted to get out of the way. Very fun to do. Kind of a grind, but not anything special. Number 77, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I finished this one February 25th, 2023. It took me 3 months and 2 weeks. I don't have much to say on Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It was fun, but it was kind of a bitch at the same time. There was a lot of trophies that just kind of had me dreading doing them. But eventually, finished it out of the way. Next, number 78, we have Dying Light. This one was finished March 1st, 2023. It took me 7 years and 3 months. I had a blast doing this. My buddy from Vermont helped me out with it. Getting everything that needed to be done. Honestly, I highly recommend this one. Dying Light is one of my favorite games of all time, so I had no issue getting the 100% in the platinum on this one. Next, number 79, we have Awkward. I finished this one March 28th, 2023. It took me 4 years and 1 month. I don't recommend this game, unless you count exactly how many questions you face the entire time that you play the game, because you have to face 1,000 questions in this game, and there is not a singular fucking tracker for this. You have to keep track of it yourself, basically. Yeah, very much sucked to do this game, but I'm glad I've got it done. Next, we have Fallout 4 at number 80. This one was finished April 7th, 2023. It took me 7 years and 3 months. I kind of just said, you know what? I don't have much to do on this one. I want to get it done. Basically, just had to play through the game on the other two pathways, finishing it with the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel. Went through, finished it that way. Or no, sorry, the Railroad and the Institute. Sorry, I already did the Brotherhood of Steel ending, my original playthrough. But yeah, eventually got through it, got the 100%. The hardest part of that was doing Nuke-Arcade tickets. Oh my god, never again. And next, at number 81, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. It took me 3 years and 4 months, and I did it on the 10th of April, 2023. I have this one. That one was written fucked up on my list by accident. Sorry about that. But yeah, didn't have a whole lot to do on this one. Basically, finishing it on Legendary and also doing a bunch of miscellaneous trophies, which didn't take me too long. There wasn't a whole lot of miscellaneous ones left to do for this game for me. And then obviously the Spec Ops shit, which I got done eventually and would probably never do again. It wasn't too bad, but it was also probably one of the less enjoyable Call of Duties I finished. Next, number 82, we have Donut County. I finished this on April 12th, 2023. It took me 1 hour and 44 minutes. This is my fastest platinum and probably will never be beaten. I had a blast playing this game. It's so ridiculous and weird, and it was just kind of one I decided to play just for shits and gigs. I'd picked it up. I've seen gameplay of it before, and yeah, I went through it, and I probably could have gotten it done faster, but I missed a couple of things by accident. So yeah. Number 83, we have Manuel Samuel. I finished this one on the 14th of April, 2023. It took me 2 days and 30 minutes. That was really because of the speed run for the missions. That took me a little bit to get down. Eventually, got it done. Really fun, unique game. I highly recommend it. Platinum's not too difficult as well. Number 84, we have Ark Survival Evolved. I finished this one the 19th of April, 2023. It took me 6 years and 3 months. I glitched this one, I'm not going to lie. I went through and I did all of the easy shit using the commands to get all these trophies. I kind of just wanted to get it done before Ark Survival Ascended came out, and I don't have as much time to play Ark as I used to when I was doing series on this and when I was playing this constantly. I don't have as much time for Ark anymore, and I just kind of want to get it done. So I just went through and did all the commands within like a night to get this done. But yeah, was really enjoyable to do still. Next, number 85, we have WWE 2K22. I got this one April 20th, 2023. It took me 1 year and 1 month. This is my first WWE Platinum of all time. It was really fun to get. A lot of grinding, so I highly recommend if you're going to go for this to really know what you're going for. The WWE 2K games are always that way. Same with any 2K game, really. They're always very grindy, so I highly recommend you know how much time to set aside for these and know that they're going to be a long time to get. Next, number 86, we have Bully. I got this one April 23rd, 2023. It took me 3 days and 15 hours. I loved this game back when I played it originally on Xbox 360. And kind of just picked it up because it was on sale and decided to play through it, get a trophy out of the way. And it was really fun to do. A little grindy. I had just seen Mayor Hairbear's video on this not too long before I did Bully. So it was kind of a, yeah, why not? Let's not follow his advice of not fucking doing the game. Next, number 87, we have MX vs. ATV All Out. I finished this one May 2nd, 2023. It took me 3 years and 4 days. I found a bunch of people doing, kind of was just thinking about doing this game and saw that it was being taken off of PS Plus soon for the premium and extra categories. So decided to jump into it and went for it. Did it with a couple buddies. Couple difficult trophies in these ones, but it was very fun to do and kind of get it done for a bunch of people that were about to not have access to this game. I own it on disc, so I had nothing to worry about, but a lot of the people I was playing the game with didn't, so it was very fun to get done. Number 88, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Got this one done May 11th, 2023. It took me 2 months and 2 weeks. Again, very fun. Tomb Raiders are a very fun style of game. I have now done all 3 of the modern day Tomb Raider games. We did Rise. When did I get Rise? Rise was my 49th Platinum. Shadow was just the last one to do. And I had a blast playing it. It wasn't too difficult. It wasn't super fun at times. There was a lot of shit that pissed me off. But, I mean, it's a Square Enix game. I expect that at this point. Number 89, we have Minecraft Dungeons. It took me, finished May 12th, 2023. It took me 2 years and 11 months. This is not 100%ed. But my buddy and I kind of just got this done. At 87, my friend and I started racing to see who get to 100 platinums first. I won, by the way, for everyone wondering. I just hit 100, and he's still at like 97. I beat him by a few, because he, basically the minute I got to 87, he was already at 89. The minute, because that's where he was at when I was getting to the trophies. It was 87. So we're like, all right, 87, we're going to start a race to 100. I got to 87. Literally the second I told him that, he's like, well, you better start catching up because I'm already at 89. I was like, you motherfucker. Yeah, so we did Minecraft Dungeons together, finished it up together, for the Platinum at least. The rest of the stuff we'll get at some point. I just didn't have the desire to go through and do all the 100%ing shit for right now. Again, like I said, we were racing, so we had other things to focus on. Next, number 90, we have Batman Arkham Knight. I finished this one May 22nd, 2023. It took me 7 years and 11 months. I literally just went in and got the last couple trophies I need to get for the Platinum. Basically just kind of, there was only like 2 or 3 or something like that. There wasn't a lot. I only had like 4 or 5 trophies that needed to be grabbed for the Platinum. And I do not have this at 100%. I should specify that. But I went through and I did it and I had a blast. I loved it. I loved getting this Platinum out of the way. I don't know if I'll go back to the 100%. I might. But that's a lot of work to do. Had a couple difficult ones, mostly the combat, the free flow one. That one was kind of a pain in the ass. But everything else for Arkham Knight wasn't too difficult. As once I kind of like sat there and put my nose to the grindstone, so to speak, to get the trophies, it wasn't that difficult to get most of them. They kind of just started popping right after, one right after the other, basically. Had a blast getting it. Do highly recommend Arkham Knight as a game. It's fantastic. Next, number 91, again, not 100%ed. We have Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition. Finished this one May 24th, 2023. It took me 3 years and 8 months. I will be going back to get the 100% on this one. The only reason I didn't do it this time was literally because it was part of me and my friend's race. Also, I probably would have been faster. I would have been caught up more to him had I not gone for the 100% on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. But I was already pretty far along in the grind for that 100%, so I had no issue with it. Shadow of Mordor takes a lot for the 100%. So I've only got a few trophies missing on this one to do for the 100%, but I will eventually get it. Just didn't really want to waste my time going for it right now when I'm racing my friend. Next, number 92, we have Saints Row the Third Remastered. This one was finished May 31st, 2023. It took me 2 weeks and 4 days. This was the PS4 edition, and I can say fuck this game. This one glitched on me for one of the trophies. Of literally one trophy away from being done with the platinum. Had to redo the entire game for it. Was not happy with this one. There is a known glitch in this game where you can have basically the territory takeover system not count all 3 territories being taken over and not give you that trophy. I missed that fucking trophy and had to replay the entire game because I didn't have a backup save at the right spot, and had to replay through the entire game for it. Eventually, it took like a day and a half extra, but it did very much sour me on this game when I was going for it. This is probably the one I hated getting the most throughout this entire journey of trophies. From 51 to 100, this is the one I enjoyed the least, and Just Cause 3 is a very, very close second for this one. Next, number 93, we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This one was finished June 3rd, 2023. It took me 5 days and 9 hours. I kind of just wanted to pick this one up. I loved the original Mirror's Edge, and Mirror's Edge Catalyst was on sale. I said, fuck it, why not? Went for it. Didn't have too much issue. Collectibles weren't that difficult to grab. There's the dashes were a bit of a pain in the ass at times, but eventually got through it, and was really, really enjoyable to get. Next, number 94, we have Stray PS4 edition. I got this June 8th, 2023. It took me 8 hours and 5 minutes. Had a blast playing through this. This was just kind of, fuck it, I want to play this game sort of thing. I did this on stream the other day, actually. This was last week's stream. I had a fun time playing this game. I highly recommend it. If you haven't played Stray, you should. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it's wonderful. I love this game. Next, we have Callisto Protocol. This is not 100%ed. This is the PS4 version of the game, which was finished the 9th of June, 2023. It took me 3 months and 4 weeks. Really, the only things I had to do for this platinum was play through the game again and get all the collectibles. That was it. I just had to set aside the time to do it, and the 9th happened to be the day I did it. Just set aside the time, went through, got them all. Collectibles didn't really take that long. The playthrough took a little bit longer. Didn't die as much on a harder playthrough as I thought I was going to. So that was fun. Might go for the 100% at some point. Not really looking forward to it right now. Next at 96, we have Monster Jam Steel Titans 2, which was also finished on the 9th of June 2023. It took me a year and 2 months. This was really just fuck it. This is on my backlog. This has been on my list for a while. Let me get through it. And I did. It took a while. And eventually I got through it, and I did love it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first game, I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit of a slog to get through at times. But yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't recommend... I don't know if I'd recommend it unless you like racing games and monster trucks, but yeah, I loved it. Number 97, we have Unravel. I finished this one June 11th, 2023. It took me a week and 9 hours. This one's not terrible. I'd say the worst part is the no death runs. It's a very easy platinum to get done. Much easier than the second Unravel. I will go for that one at some point. I just don't want to right now. But yeah, very fun game at the end of the day. Next, number 98. We have the game I'm actually getting ready to play right now because I want to get the 100%. So right now, this is not 100%ed, but it will be within the next couple of days. So I'm not saying this is a non-100% for this video because I will be getting the 100% today, tomorrow-ish, something like that. And that is Minecraft Story Mode, Season 1, The Complete Adventure, to finish June 12th, 2023. It took me a day and 25 minutes. It was a blast to play through. I actually really loved the game. That's why I'm about to finish it up. Finish the other 3 episodes that come with the Complete Adventure for Season 1, and get through those and have the 100%. Next, at number 99, we have Chernobylite. I finished this one June 16th, 2023, aka today. It took me 3 days and 23 hours. This is the PS4 edition of this game. It was okay. I think the guide that I followed on PSN Profiles could have been a little bit more forthcoming about the fact that if you go for this version, for the exact guides order and list, you're going to get one of the worst endings. You're not going to get one of the, you're not going to get the good ending. You're going to get the bad, the terrible ending. So I think that would have been kind of nice. I did switch up a few things when I realized that it was probably leading me down a bad pathway in terms of where my ending was going to go. So I got the bad ending, but there is a worse ending you could have gotten, basically. I could have gotten a much worse ending, but I got the bad ending. I would have preferred getting the good ending, but hey, it was a pretty fun game. It's not perfect. It doesn't really know what it wants to be at times, so meh. And finally, Platinum number 100. We have Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. I finished this one also today, literally right before recording this video. It took me 2 months and 1 day. I basically got all the way up to the point where I was ready to go for the Platinum, 2 trophies away, finished 99 and went right into my room to play, this and finish it up. Very highly recommended. Absolutely loved it. I love the Destroy All Humans series, so it was very fun to play through the second one and have that be my final Platinum for this 100. It took me a while to figure out which game I wanted that to be. I knew I wanted it to be PS5 only, so it's not something that you can also play on PS4, and I wanted that to 1000% be my 100th Platinum. I did not want a non-PS5 game to be my 100th Platinum. I thought it'd be kind of a little bit more symbolic, and it was very fun for me to get to do that as my 100th Platinum. I am so beyond thrilled to say that I'm at 100 Platinums right now and to see where my channel is kind of growing, especially with the fact that they just changed the affiliate program requirements again, which means I might be able to monetize my channel soon. I would not be able to have the life I have without this channel or without video games in general, so I want to thank you guys all for watching and joining on the channel and checking it out whenever you get a chance. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay golden. Peace.